What's the word on the street?
For any officer to shoot an unarmed black man or any man
okay,
in the
Leo,
back.
let me
and
ask
Jesse
you a
Lee
favor.
Peterson wants to talk about everything. Hey, you quiet down.
Let me ask for your support.
If you don't stop talking, I'm done.
Let me ask for your support, Leo.
I'm done.
Everybody's talking at me. I don't hear words they're saying, only the echoes of my mind. People stop and stare.
My point on Sean's show was to say, how about due process? When I saw the video of the shooting of the black man in the back by the white cop in South Carolina, it was a shock when I first saw it. So all I was saying is just wait. I had not made a decision about, a judgment on the guy until I know all the facts. And Leo Terrell and I were debating that issue. And Leo, as usual, just having a hissy fit. So, that's Leo, and I understand. It gave me more time to speak with Sean and express what I was saying. Due process in America. We need to come back to that idea. It's the way it is. I love what's right. I want to see all people free. I want to see black Americans free. And I know the only way that you're going to become free is to stop hating, stop being angry, and start thinking and doing for yourself. If you want to be of any help to someone else, you have to take control of your own life. So I was a little surprised by some of the black conservatives, or black Republicans, but not surprised at all by the black liberals. I think it's funny when they call me a coon. I never really knew what a coon was until, the last couple of years or so, when blacks are calling me that all the time. I'm not affected by words at all. When God took away my anger, He gave me perfect love. He also caused me not to be affected by words. But so they could call me coon. They could call Alan West coon. I'm sure he doesn't care. Larry Elder and Judge Clarence Thomas. Let them call. We don't care. Those guys are moving on, and so am I. I think what needs to happen is that these people need to start paying attention. Where these guys are black and they are making it in America, instead of attacking them, let me see what they're doing. Let me learn from them in order to enhance my own life. Being on Armstrong Williams' show reminded me that most black Americans, and all of his callers, as far as I can remember, they want revenge. That's all they want from white folks. They want revenge. They want to see white people suffer. They don't care about due process. They're not into that at all when it comes to white Americans. And I think it's sad because anyone who wants to take out or revenge on their fellow man is not a happy person, and they will never do well in life. Revenge belongs to God and not human beings. We have a responsibility to love one another, even our enemies. And the one thing that being on that show reminded me of is that not all, but in the black community, there is no love. Their hatred of white Americans is also backfiring on them. Because if you don't love white folks, you don't love yourself, you don't love your kids, you don't love your neighbor. And so this hatred that they have toward whites is backfiring on them. Look at their kids. Out of wedlock birth, out of control. Young black men are just, overpopulating in prisons and jails around the country. Because of that hatred of their parents, it's being passed down from generation to generation. They don't have any love. Black folks don't. Not all, but most. And as a result, they are separated from God, and Satan is their father. the attack from black conservatives, with some of those people, I'm not surprised because I've always said, well, at least for the last 25 years, that there are black Republicans who are in the party, not because they agree with the platform of the Republican Party, but they believe that blacks should be a part of both parties. And in their hearts, they have not forgiven white Americans for the past. Secretly, they still resent white folks. And so to see me stand up and say, hey, due process for the white man and anyone else, it just brought out the worst in them. So I have compassion for all people, and especially black conservatives or black Republicans who are attacking me. My heart goes out to them. You know, I thought about this the other day. Black Republicans have always been complaining that the Democrats want to shut you down, or liberals want to shut you down when you don't agree with them, or you go against what they're saying or doing. Well, in this case, they want to do the same thing to me. They want to shut me down because they disagree with me on this issue. To me, it proves my point is that in their hearts, they have anger and resentment and pride, and they are no different than the people that they're accusing who they're accusing for shutting them down, or at least wanting to shut them down. A little surprised by it, but you know, that's the way life is. And if God wants me shut down, he will allow it to happen. Until then, it's not going to happen. I want my critics to know that I love them. I understand. I've been on that side of the fence before, where I hated people and blamed people for my downfalls. I was jealous if someone else looked as though they were succeeding. So I understand it. And the way out is that, once again, everything starts with self. And what I did, instead of blaming the world for the rest of my life, I asked God to let me see myself. And he allowed me to see that anger was holding me back. What I was putting out was coming back on me. And I needed to forgive. And once I forgave, I mean, it's just been mind-blowing. I'm a blessed man. And I realized that our battle is not a physical battle. It is a spiritual battle. It's a battle between right and wrong, good versus evil. And I am not identified with anything but what is right. I'm not identified with my color, with people who like me or don't like me. I am identifying with what is right. And I recommend that for all people. Admit you're wrong, so God can come in and cause you to forgive. Then you would know that God is with you, and nothing on earth can stop you. Have compassion for others. That's what I recommend. If you want to know more about me or my nonprofit organization, Bond, click on the link below. It's amazing what people have been calling me. They have called me names that I've never heard of before. And I understand, for anyone to be that angry, you gotta have compassion for it. I even had a critic, at least one said, you need to get a bigger shirt, a larger shirt. But these are my muscles, man. These are straight, outright muscles, all right? No fat here.